Sometimes I wonder how to start my vlogs because I want to smile and be jolly with you guys, but I don't feel like smiling on the inside. I'm still preparing for the worst around me. So we're still talking about prepping because nobody's talking about peace and everybody's poking each other and aggravating each other. I really think that there's worse to come. And I find myself, and I don't know what that mood is because I've never been in that mood, but I find myself in a war mood, war mode that I feel like I just can't get enough done to prepare for what's coming. I feel like we're heading towards some kind of nuclear disaster. And honestly, if this is something that triggers you and you don't want to listen to it, just go back and scroll and go listen to something else. But I don't want to pretend that everything is all roses and flowers because it's not. I know they try to portray that to us on the news, I guess maybe to keep a calm population, but I think it's deceitful because there's so much going on that we should be hearing from our leaders where it comes to preparing. I have yet to see on the news our leaders in the Netherlands come on the news and say, listen, the way things are, there is a possibility that we can have a nuclear hit or we can find ourselves in the midst of a war. Nobody's saying anything like that. I expect my leaders to come on the news and say to me, look, if A, B, and C happens, we need you to do D, E, and F. We need you to be prepared for this, and this is what we're going to have. This is what we're going to want you to do in this situation, and this is what we're going to want you to do in that situation. Nobody's coming on the news and saying that. With COVID, they were on the news every week telling us what to do, who to stay away from, how far to walk away from each other, and they thought that it was necessary to tell us this 100 times a week. But with something so precarious like war, because honestly, I think we're fighting a proxy war and it's only a matter of time before it really breaks out into a full-blown war with all the consequences that it brings. I think I would expect them to come and say something to the general public in how to prepare ourselves. But us preppers, people that follow exactly what's going on, we are more, I think, prepared than the everyday run-of-the-mill Joe. So it's heartbreaking, and I hope it's not true, but I'm gonna run through with you today my survival package because I went through it yesterday and I make sure everything was in order as much as in order as it can be, because yeah, who knows what can happen. There's so many scenarios, but let me show you what's in my survivor package for now. So guys, let's go through it. First, I have a bag of bandages, gloves, scissors, disinfectants, and everything that you can possibly think of for wounds. And then we have a few emergency blankets. We have water-sealed bags that you can really seal off from water. Maybe you can put your radio, your cell phone, and those kind of things, matches, those kind of things that you don't want to get wet in. I showed you this a few weeks ago, a solar cell phone charger, which is really odd because we have a system in the Netherlands and I think in Europe where the government can send us, in the event of an emergency, they can send us an SMS telling us, hey, something is about to happen, whether it's a bomb coming in or really bad weather, really emergency signal that they send over our mobile phone, which I'm thinking, if there is an emergency like that, where war is concerned, and they send us all a text, there is impending doom, the first thing we're going to want to do is call our loved ones. But I think the government is going to cut that off, that we can only receive calls. So you won't be able to call your loved ones, because they're going to do something like block the towers that we can try to contact our family, because everything is going to be clogged up. So in an event of that, be aware you're not going to be able to call your family. Then we have torches and lots of batteries and matches for the torches and for making fires to cook. For some reason, I have a lot of radios. Radios for listening to the news, if what's going on. And if my batteries run out, I have a solar powered radio. You can see, solar powered. It's also a torch, so if I ever run out of batteries, I can still use light to get information. I don't know why, but I have soap in case we need to bathe. I have a lot of candles, all kinds of candles. I have a little surgery kit for doing little tiny surgeries. I mean, I have a medical background, so I think I can manage there. I also don't know why, but I think it's necessary. I have tools like cutters, shovels, diggers, rakes. I don't know why, but I think it's necessary. And you know, we have an amazing wood burning stove, but if in the event we have to run, you can't take your wood burning stove with you, so we have a little portable stove where you just open it. Inside you have the brackets to burn. You put on your heat and you can cook something. You can put on a kettle, boil something. Very handy to have something like this that you can run with, because having a wood burning stove is great, but if you can't stay put and you have to move, also have to have something. And of course, pots and pans. And then I have a whole bag of other little stuff like screwdrivers, glue, forks, medicine for if your feet get too wet, for fungus in between your toes, vitamins, whole bunch of stuff that I think would be necessary. Yeah, always have some blankets in your emergency kit, but definitely always have something like this, that if you need help, you can span it and it says SOS, that somebody can see you and come and get you if you need help. And besides this, also have blankets that you can keep yourself warm. It might be also wise for me to get a backpack and not a suitcase, to pack them in a backpack so you can grab and go. But yeah, you never know what kind of emergency is coming. I mean, this is something you definitely can look up, but if there is, for example, a nuclear bomb that falls in our major cities, if you're right at the impact point, of course, we're all going to be disintegrated. But the further you get away from that impact blast, the wise thing to do is stay in between your walls, because walls and matter absorbs radiation. Stay safely between your walls, whether you maybe go in a bathroom or you somewhere that doesn't have windows, a closet or something, and you stay there for at least a few hours. But you definitely don't leave your house for at least 2 weeks. So that's where the food and the stocking up and the water and all of that comes into play, like what we talk about all the time. And make sure that you take showers, make sure that you wash your hair, get all the radiation out of your hair, make sure that you take the clothes that you were wearing at the time of impact, you put them in a bag and you put them as far away in your house, away from you and your family as possible. And just try to stay inside for as long as possible, at least 2 to 3 weeks, till the radiation level goes down. So, but that is something that you can research yourself about how much miles out of the impact and what you're supposed to be doing. You know, make sure you don't wash your hair with shampoo, because shampoo will help stick the radiation to your hair. Just with water, bathe as much as possible with water, and stay inside, in between your walls, away from windows if possible, and keep your family safe. So yeah, guys, keep prepping. Make sure you have your survival kit in a place that you can grab and go if you need to go. But the most important thing is to stay safe in your home. Protect your home, protect your food, your water, your family, your things. And I think the safest place to be, depending on the emergency, is in your home. So connect with me in the comments like I usually say. I'm try to answer every question, and I'll see you again in my next vlog. Be safe, guys, and cheers.